just about everything inside the tub is out. I'm going ahead and taking the last 4 body mounts out, or the body bolts. I got 2 of them out already. They pretty much, I don't know if you can see it, snapped off, so there's no turning that. So it snapped off into the tub, and I expect the last 2 are going to do the same. And the rest of them, the other 6, don't even look like they're attached to the tub, so I'm not too worried about that. So let's get under there and pretty much snap these bolts off. Yeah, see, so you look at this one right here, it doesn't even look like it's attached to the tub. And same with that one. And this one looks like it might still be attached, but it looks so soft that I don't know. But the 2 bolts I'm more worried about. This one right here, see, it looks really rusted in there. So it's right up on the side of the gas tank. Actually feels like this one's coming off. Shoot, I might even be able to. Actually looks like it's in good shape. Alright. Now let's move over to the other one. Although this one looks like the exhaust might be in the way. I might be able to get it. Yep, this one's in good shape too. We do have to disconnect these, which I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and cut these off. Typically you'll have to unclip these, but this is so rusted. Ugh, getting stuff in my eyes, so wear safety goggles. But this is supposed to be able to be disconnected, but it's so damn rusted, it's horrible. You're supposed to be able to unclip these, undo it from here, unclip it, push it through, but it's so damn rusted that I'm just gonna probably cut them off right here. I mean, they're only easily replaceable. I think I found them on Amazon for not a bad price. So, and then everything else I think is connected to the frame, so disconnect that. And there's one other thing, that right there, this needs to be disconnected, because right now it's still connected to the differential. So I'm gonna have to look into disconnecting that. I've got this part unscrewed right here, which is basically just a bracket that holds the handle in place, or holds it steady, so when you shift it into four-wheel drive. But there's got to be a way to disconnect it from this right here. So that and the emergency brake are the last two things that we need to do for this. But this bolt came out, body bolt came out really good. So one thing I want to mention is I did unscrew the four-wheel drive shifter. I did, like, this will come off. This one just spins freely. This one, like, yeah, so we're gonna have to figure something else out for that too. Alright, last resort. I just hacked them off with the grinder. I was just going to grind those bolts, but yeah. So now it's disconnected, so we're good to go on that. Now, let's try to get this thing disconnected. Alright, so I ended up just disconnecting it there. I had to get this off. These are broken in place, so I'll have to end up cutting them off. This piece is pretty rusty, but I'm not sure if we can find any kind of replacement. I'll have to look at blues and see if blues is in better condition. But I disconnected it from right there. This is supposed to just slip off, but there's so much corrosion and rust in there that it was a pain in the butt. I had to kind of just thread it out. But it had like a 13mm nut that came off. Looks like it's one of those, what do they call it? The ones with the plastic ring in it so it doesn't move out. That came off pretty easy, but getting this out of here was a little bit of a pain. But once I threaded this off, so now that is disconnected, the e-brake is disconnected, and then the four last body to tub mount bolts are out. So in theory, this thing is ready to be lifted up off of the frame. So we are now at the point where I got to blue before I took the tub off, or I didn't take the tub off, but I'm to the point now on this to where I was with blue when the tub was ready to come off. So if you can see, I can already lift this corner up off of the tub, or up off the frame. This side seems to be catching a little bit yet, so I don't know what's hanging it up. It could just be rust, so once we start putting pressure on it to lift it. Now to get this thing off the frame and get it going. So I'm going to clean up all my tools and remove what I can remove to lessen even more weight off of this thing. And then once we get it off, probably move it back a little bit, bring the other tub in, and start doing the changeover. I'll go ahead and end this video. Just to reiterate, I got the emergency brake disconnected and the four-wheel drive knob disconnected from the tub, so everything should be clear. Oh, and the 4 bolts in the back. So it could be what's hanging this side up is one of the body mount bolts up here might still be holding a little bit, so I'll have a better look at it in a little bit.